firstly, we were approached by the Polish tourist office in London, Eva Binkin. She promoted the values of the Gdansk region. We go on an overseas conference every year, and we try to find somewhere which is a little different, something which has got some quality, some value. It's a learning experience for our members. It's an opportunity to sample the delights of a different country. When we looked at Gdansk, we all had our preconceptions as to what Gdansk meant, and obviously it's very famous for the connection with Lech Walesa, solidarity and its historic position. But what we hadn't appreciated was all the many other benefits that exist, both in Gdansk itself and in Sopot and Gdynia and in the whole region around Gdansk. So it really opened my eyes when I came here for a reconnoitre visit. And when we came, we saw that it had so much to offer that it was ideal as a conference venue. It's easy to get to from the UK, so it's only 2 hours flying time. There are a lot of flights from different parts of the UK, so it's very accessible wherever you live in the UK. The flight costs are very reasonable. When you come to Gdansk, you've got a whole host of different activities. You've got the cultural centre of the city itself. You've got the canals and the Amber connection, which is a very interesting tourist attraction in itself. And then you go just up the road to Sopot, and you've got a beautiful beach resort, and then on to Gdynia, and you've got another opportunities, and then into the countryside you've got some golf courses, you've got a whole host of different attractions. The food, we went to some wonderful restaurants. You've got some lovely fresh fish, pork, mushrooms, so there's some really great recipes, local recipes. Value for money is great, the people are very hospitable, and added to which at the moment, because the pound is weak against the euro, if we go to the Eurozone, it means that our money buys us less. If we come to Poland, which is not in the Eurozone, it means it's even better value for money. So there's a whole host of reasons why Gdansk was chosen, but it's been a brilliant choice. Well, I think there are 200 odd countries in the world, so our knowledge is limited inevitably, and we have little snapshots of them. And I guess Poland is possibly most famous for its famous cities. It's Krakow and Warsaw, which are very attractive and interesting cities. Gdansk is probably not as well known as those two cities are. The beach is not as well known either as it could be, but that I think is one of the reasons why the tourist board wanted us to come here to see for ourselves, so that we can actually see the different opportunities and the different attractions of the countryside. Well, some took some persuasion to come because they didn't have really a good impression, a valid impression probably of what Gdansk had to offer. Some were very open but didn't really have a view, an expectation. But having come here, I think the common feeling is that this is a wonderful city. There's so much attraction to it that, in a way, we wish we'd discovered it earlier. But we are very pleased that we've discovered it now. Yeah, and we find the reason that we come in person and meet people in person is that it gives a personal relationship, and a lot of business is built on personal relationships, the interaction and understanding each other. Sure, you can surf the internet and you can find a lot of information on the internet, and we all use it in our businesses, but when you're sitting opposite somebody at a table, you can very quickly understand how you might work together. And I've met some wonderful people today, not all of which will be suitable for my business, but in a very short space of time in the marketplace, in a couple of hours, you can meet 20 or 30 people, out of which maybe 2 or 3 would be people that you do regular business with. So I find it's invaluable. And you also pick up a lot of little snippets of information that help me to be ahead of my competitors when I go back to England, and I can talk about Gdansk and Poland from personal experience and know more about it than many of my competitors, so I have more opportunity for my business to prosper and to sell more holidays to Poland. If we're looking for city breaks, it's all here in one place, active in nature once again, it's all there, tour packages. it's great. It makes it very easy when you're a travel agent. You're dealing with many countries, many parts of the world, and this is all at our fingertips in one place. And also it's in relevant themes which make it very easy for us to promote your region and holidays to this area. So we're delighted to discover this, and we'll certainly treasure it and use it avidly when we go home. I have so many different favourite destinations. I'm very fortunate in my business to get the opportunity to travel extensively, and I love going back to parts of Spain. I go to Mallorca regularly. I've been to some wonderful places in South America, but I'd certainly put Poland in my top 10 now. It's a great country, and I'm looking forward to the opportunity to come back here again. In fact, I am coming back here again in about a month's time. I'm going to Krakow. I haven't been to Krakow yet, so it's an opportunity. I'm spending a few days there in Krakow to learn a bit more about that lovely part of Poland as well.